Okay, trouble. All right, thanks, Mom and Dad. Wait, where's all the pieces? Board games are pretty fun, but not so much when you don't have any of the pieces. And sometimes things get lost or broken, or maybe the dog eats them, or maybe you bought the board game used and not all the pieces were included. But we don't just have to throw the board game in the trash. We can recreate these board game pieces using 3D printing, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. Hello everyone, Digital Ben back here once again with you for another Digital Den mini class. Today, talking more 3D printing and specifically looking into replacing those board game pieces that can sometimes go missing because they're really tiny and, well, there's a variety of reasons why that may take place. So we're going to start over here on our website, khcpl.org. And to be able to 3D print with us here at the library, you're just going to click on this green bar here that says, How Do I? We're going to click on that. And then in the bottom right of that section, it says 3D print. We're going to click on that, and you are going to see a form that you'll just fill out here. You'll just put in your name. My name's Ben Rutz. You'll put in your email address. Mine's brutz@khcpl.org. You'll put in your library card number. You'll put in your phone number. You'll select what color that you would like for this to be. And we actually do have a couple of more colors than are on here. If you have questions about specific colors, you can always pop by the Digital Den. They change. I mean, these are the ones that we always have, but every once in a while we'll get some specialty colors in, so you can always pop by the Den to be able to see the specifics of that. But the thing that I really wanted to make sure that you are aware of is the link to 3D object file, okay? So you don't actually have to download anything. You don't have to build anything or anything like that to be able to create 3D printed files. All you have to do is find a link to something that somebody else created. And that is where this other website that I'm going to talk about comes in handy. And that is the Thingyverse.com, Thingiverse.com. This is kind of a catch-all for all sorts of 3D prints that other users online create and then allow for people to be able to print on their own for free. Now, it should be known that this is not a library database. This is not a thing that that the library necessarily endorses, but it is a place that me personally, Digital Ben, recommends that other people check out because it is free and there's lots of good quality stuff on here, okay? So just looking at the homepage here, you can scroll through and see a wide variety of different options. You can see the things that are popular over the last 30 days here, and it looks like, you know, since the holidays this time of year, we've got lots of Christmassy stuff. We've got reindeer here. We've got, looks like a countdown clock for maybe getting ready for New Year's. We've got like some sort of present related thing, but lots of other tools here and pen holders and other stuff like that too. So lots of cool stuff that you can do there. You can actually limit the specifics of what you will find on the popular category here by clicking on this drop down that says all things. You can look for specifically hobby related things, learning related things, but we are going to go to the toys and games category because we're looking specifically into board games, right? So when we see these toys here, we've got infinity cubes, we got puzzles, we've got lots of like miniatures for some of the more intense tabletop RPGs. But we can actually get even more specific than that. And we can see like dice related things. So, you know, if you want some specific dice for your board game there, you can do that. We can click on, so if you've lost a die, you can even reprint one. But dice, they're pretty cheap. So you don't, so you may not have to worry about that too much. You can click on games here, and these are for some more specific board game pieces. Looks like lots of Star Wars related stuff here. But if you're a fan of the Settlers of Catan or Catan, whichever you prefer, looks like they've got some pieces there that you can print out as well. But we are going to be utilizing the search function here to be able to find specifically, because in the intro of this video, we talked about Trouble. So let's see if we can track down some Trouble board game pieces. Okay, so we're going to type in Trouble. Okay, if I can spell it right. There we go. So I've just typed in Trouble here, and I'm going to scroll through here and see if I see anything. Looks like I'm not quite specific enough here because whenever you use the search function, it reverts back to all things. So I can click on games, but I worry that I'm still not specific enough here because we're still seeing lots of other stuff that we're not really looking for. So I'm going to be more specific in the search, and I'm just going to type in Trouble board game and see if we can get stuff that way. Okay, so the games is still selected here for us, which is good. And you can see the Trouble board game piece right here. That's exactly what we are looking for, because with Trouble, there's a piece that kind of like slides into like a little hole that you'll kind of jump from hole to hole as you're going through the game there. So this is what it's going to look like on my end. Here I can click on this and I can see, I can move it around a little bit here, and I can see what it's going to look like. Looks like the underside here is open, and yeah, it looks exactly like if you've ever played Trouble. Looks like one of those board game pieces. A couple of things to look into here to be able to see the chances of success on these, because every once in a while we'll get a file that's either broken or that just doesn't print properly on our printers. But let's take a look at the summary here. This is a replacement piece for board game Trouble. Okay, so that's that is good there. Tells you what kind of supports that you need here, and we don't really have to worry about that too much because you're just going to be sending me the link to this, so you don't have to worry about that. And then the last thing I want you to look at is the comments here. So there's a number of comments here. This person says exactly what we needed. We are missing a blue Trouble piece, thanks. So based on the positive comments, I'm thinking that this is going to be something that prints without issue. And so I'm going to go up here to the very top, and you're going to see a thing, and it's going to have like a number after that. We want to copy this entire link. We're going to click on copy on that, and then come back over here to this 3D printing form that we talked about at the beginning of this video. And we're going to go ahead and paste that here into the link to 3D object file area. Okay. So now, as I mentioned, there are a variety of different colors that may not be mentioned here. Yellow, blue, red, and I think maybe green are the ones that are the colors for the game. So all of those are listed here, but maybe you need an orange piece. And we do have orange currently in stock here at the library. So you could just say in the additional information, could you print this in orange, please? Okay. And then you'll just hit submit after you've got your library card number and your phone number in there. And you'll be good to go on that. You'll get a basically like a confirmation email that says from me once I have received that, and I will tell you, hey, you know, this is something that we can print. We can definitely print that in that color, and here's what the price is going to be. A Trouble board game piece is probably something that'll print in like 10 minutes if I had to give a guess. And so that would be probably around a quarter for how much that would cost you, right? So pretty cheap, probably cheaper than it would be to replace the whole game or to have somebody else print it for you, right? And that is pretty much it. That is how you would 3D print some board game pieces if you are missing something. Make sure that you get very specific with the search function there on Thingyverse. And if you don't find it right away, try searching for other things. You just never know what you're going to find on there. And if you would like to be able to design the board game piece yourself, you can also use another website called tinkercad.com to be able to do that. And I will put a link on here as well. If you're watching on YouTube, on our website, you'll see a link at the end of this video that will show you how to get to or how to use Tinkercad on there for free, and you can utilize that. But if you're having any trouble finding it, you could always give us a call and we can take a look at it together and we can see if we can track that down for you. Okay, that's going to do it for this Digital Den mini class. If you have any other 3D printing questions, give us a call at 765-626-0828 or stop on by the Digital Den during our open hours. Throughout the month of January, we're having a little contest during our Digital Den mini classes where we're going to try to track down what the best flyer maker is. One of the things that people come and mention a lot over here in the Digital Den is they want to know how to make a flyer and they've never done one before. So we're going to be looking at a variety of programs and try to track down what the easiest and what the best tool to be able to make flyers is going to be. And we will do that in January. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.